So took a step and took a job here. I had family and friends that had grown up in Texas and loved it. But I pitched the Rangers for about 2 years to hire me. I convinced them that this Irish Catholic girl from Wisconsin should run their Spanish language marketing programs. That was my major, and I realized I didn't have that role. So I created a title. I think I drove them crazy enough that they finally hired me. And it was Greg McElroy back in the day. He said, "What's your title?" And I made it up, and he said, "Okay, that sounds good." And so I started off in our marketing department and did a lot of our Spanish language translation and campaigns and ads. We had Juan Gonzalez and Pudge and Alex. We had all these Hispanic stars, but we weren't really doing anything advertising-wise in the community. So quickly what I was doing was a lot of community work and realized I didn't like to sell, but I really liked to be in the community. And we started to sort of transition into kind of everybody was taking on something. Everyone was taking on a fundraising event. We were just really short-staffed. And so I started doing the fundraising events for the foundation. And if you remember, back in 2008, things went a little bit crazy with our finances at the Rangers organization.
Yeah.
And so I had a very wise mentor that said, "Hey, if you're just a Spanish language marketing person, you're going to be on the cutting block like right away. So find something and differentiate your position." So I took on more of the foundation role. And then when Nolan came in, he said, "We don't have an executive director of the foundation." And he said, "Why don't you give it a shot?" So he kind of gave me my shot. And it was definitely kind of a learning process. I was not a nonprofit person. But realized that that was where my heart was and really what I felt like I could make the biggest impact for the organization. And it's kind of all gone from there. I still do speak Spanish with like in the community and with the players, but it's not my primary role. But I still get to work in the community and use that same kind of passion for giving back to the community, just in a different framework.
It's really cool how important these foundations have become to the teams here in DFW. For each of the teams, I had a little swim through the Dallas Stars Foundation, kind of for the same reason. It was like, I want to work in sports. And then you learn about what all the teams are doing in the community and how passionate some of these players are about giving back, and you want to get involved. And I learned a lot, and it was so fun. But a lot of people don't know what all the foundation does. So how would you describe what all you guys do? Because it is really important work.
It is, when we're sort of bad at telling our story, but really, honestly, we try to be where our community needs us. So ultimately, our main focus is youth baseball and softball and giving kids access to that, be that through supporting programs like the Miracle League or Youth Academy or providing grants to other organizations that need support for baseball and softball. We also have a lot of programs in schools tied back to health and wellness and leaderships, things that we can actually like own and say as a professional sports team that we can talk about. We fund a lot of programs tied to military and first responders, but then we also just try to be where our community needs us. So if there's a disaster, like right now we're on the phone with our partners in Oklahoma trying to figure out how we can help Stillwater and really try to figure out where those avenues are that we can make an impact that makes sense for the organization, but also makes sense from an impact. What we've found, because we have such a wide territory, that sometimes our $10,000 grant to a little itty bitty town in West Texas makes just as much impact as a $100,000 grant to a foundation here in Dallas, and we love that. We love to be able to make that impact.